Hello. Today we're going to go step by step with what you need to do to put your final essay together. Okay. So, first thing we had to do today was complete the conclusion, your concluding paragraph. Okay. So, the thing you need to do, this is on your graphic organizer. It says restate your thesis from paragraph 1 in a new and original way, and be sure to include a transition. Okay. So I had talked in the beginning about coronavirus and how students have lost time. So I'm going to say basically the same thing, but in a different way. Okay. So I'm going to say, unfortunately, there have been many adverse impacts from the coronavirus. One of those is that students have lost time in school, and this has impacted their education. A great way to address this issue is to extend the school day. Okay. So I'm giving you my thesis again, but just in a different way. All right. Now I'm going to kind of summarize my first two body paragraphs so that you have some idea of some of the things I said that support my argument. If the school day was extended, this would help students to achieve at a higher level and to show incredible growth. Students will have better training in the STEM fields, which would set them up to compete with others globally in the job market. It would also allow parents to continue to work without the hassle and expense of finding after-school care for their children. Then I have a call to action. So there's something I want to get my readers to do, okay, to take some action. So I'm telling them, speak to your school board and ask them to extend the school day. It's the right thing to do for our children. And as we know, our children are the future of this country. Okay, so that's my call to action. So, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Okay. So that's what I need to do for my final concluding paragraph. Okay. So then what I need to do is I need to take all this and I'm going to put it into a document. So you just open a blank document in Google Drive, and I'm going to start gathering the information from each of these boxes. Okay. So I'm going to copy it. Now make sure you're just copying your information that you put in. Don't put in my prompts here, my things that tell you what you need to include. You don't want that in your essay. Okay. So I'm going to start putting it together. And when I do this, see, this is all one paragraph. This is the first paragraph. So I'm adding all these pieces that are going to make up the first paragraph. And I need to make sure that I'm adding, every time I put my cursor, it's at the end here, because this is all one paragraph. Okay, so I don't want them all in separate lines. I want this to be one nice flowing paragraph. Okay. So I'll copy this. Paste it in, and then I have one more. Okay, I have my roadmap. So grab that, copy, and paste. Okay, I need a space. We always have one space after a period, so make sure you've done that. Sometimes people aren't leaving spaces, so you should always have a space after a period. All right, so that's my first paragraph. So first thing I need to do, though, is I need to get this page set up with MLA format. Okay, so I wanted to show you first how to do that, how to get our information in here, and you're going to do that for every paragraph. Okay, so you should have 5 different paragraphs here, okay, that you've gone through your whole document. You go then to your second paragraph, and you're going to copy that into a different paragraph, okay, and keep going down. You have 5 paragraphs. So here's my information. So when I do MLA format, there are some requirements I have to do. So once you get all your whole article in there, okay, your whole essay in there, then here's what we need to do. So I need to copy it all. It needs to be font 12. Okay, so I need to go up here and choose font 12. I need to make it either Arial or Times New Roman if it's not. So we want Arial or Times New Roman. And the other thing is I need everything double spaced. So right here, where you see the arrows going up and down, I click on that and I make it double spaced. Okay. Then I need to indent. I always indent a paragraph, right? So every paragraph, I hit the tab key and the tab will indent it. So now it's nice and indented. Looks perfect. That looks good. But now I have to read through it because sometimes it doesn't make sense. I wrote it in choppy little pieces, so now I have to make sure it flows. Okay, so it says, according to a recent article in the New York Times, the average student could be 7 months behind due to the impacts associated with the coronavirus. Students need more time at school to help them catch up so that they are prepared for college or the workplace. Okay, the school day should be longer. That's kind of weird. So I need to maybe say, therefore, the school day should be longer. That would make more sense. Therefore, the school day should be longer. Not only will longer school days make life easier for parents who work, it will provide improve student scores in reading and math, and will help students to compete globally when they enter the workforce. Okay, the rest of it flows good. So the rest of it sounds good. So I'm good to go. Now I need to format this. Okay, so first of all, make sure you have all 5 paragraphs. You're going to have 5 of them on there. Okay. And the next thing I need to do is you need to put your information up here to before you turn in the paper. So you want your cursor all the way to the left. You hit backspace at the top here. Okay. And you need to put in first your name. Okay. So whatever your name is, you write your name with capital letters for your name. You hit enter. And it brings you down double spaced because we chose double spaced. And then you put my name because I'm your teacher. If it's in another class, you put that teacher's name. Then you put the name of your course. This is English 1. It is capitalized. Okay, it's the name of a course. And then we need to put the date. And here's the format of how you have to put the date. Okay, you put the day of the week first, then the month, and you have to write out the whole month, and then you put the year. Okay, so that's how you put that. All right, then hit enter again, so we have a space. And now I need to put my title in, okay? Titles, though, are centered a lot, so center aligned. So you click here for center aligned. Okay, this is left aligned, center, right. I want center. And I type my title. Title that is not a larger size. It's not underlined. You're just typing it here, same size as the rest of the paper. Okay, so I might call this argument about extending school day. You can call it what you want for yours. Okay, and that's it. All right, so I've got it all formatted with name, all that. I've got the title. That looks perfect. I make sure I have all 5 paragraphs of my essay. We're good to go. I have to proofread it to make sure everything makes sense. If I see any red squiggly lines, something's wrong. I've got to correct it. So make sure you read through it and correct it and correct your English and your grammar and make sure everything's good and you got punctuation where it should be. So check all that. All right. Then we have to create a header. So if we click insert, we go here where it says header and footers. Okay, so think about headers. Headers on the top of your head. Okay, so it would be the top of the page. A footer, think about your feet at the bottom, would be at the bottom of the page. And we want a header. Okay, so we click header. And see, it puts us at the top of the page. And whatever we put in here is going to appear on every page. Okay, so first of all, we need it to the right. We need this information on the right. So we click the right align. Okay. Under options, we choose page numbers because we want a page number there. So we want to start at 1, show it on the first page. We want page numbers. Now, I want to click my cursor before that number 1 because you need to put your name there. Okay, so put your last name. Don't put Spicer. You put your last name. Okay, so it should have your last name and then a number 1. Okay. And then you go off that. So if you know what you'll notice is when you go down, okay, I'm going to keep hitting enter until I get a new page. And there it is. So you can see down here, it puts my name automatically and it puts a number 2. And it will keep going. The third page will have my name and a number 3. So it's automatically numbering it for me. Okay. All right. So we got that part down. So here's the next thing you have to do is cite your sources. Okay. So let's go back to, I didn't pull up my research page. Let me pull up my research page here, and then I'll be able to use that because I have my information. Remember I had to use the Google Explorer tool? This is why. Because now you'll be able to pull up your research. Okay, see there's some research here. I'll be able to pull up that information and use it. So watch what I'm going to do. All right, here's my paper. First thing I want you to do, click add-ons. Go to see my Easy Bib's here already. Yours, you need to go to add-ons. Go add-ons, get add-ons. You're looking for Easy Bib. If you don't see it here, you can search for it for Easy Bib, and then you're going to install it. Okay, so go ahead and click on it. It'll take you through the steps. You have to verify your account, and it will install it automatically for you. Okay. So once you have it, you go to Add-ons, Easy Bib Creator, Manage Bibliography. Okay. So the information we got was off a website. So we're going to click Website. We want to make sure it says MLA 8th edition because that's the one we're using. Okay. And here's my research sheet. So I have this website here. If I right-click, it'll let me copy the link, copy link URL. That's what I want. I go back here, paste the URL, hit search, and it comes up right here. Pros and cons of campus learning versus online learning. Yes, that's the article I used. Hit select, okay, and it creates the citation for me, okay, and then I'll click Add Bibliography to Doc. Now, if I have a bunch of them, I can go ahead and do them, and it'll automatically put them in a list for me, or I can do it one by one and click Add Bibliography to the doc, and it'll do it each time. So here's how it creates them. It says Works Cited. Okay, it will automatically put that on the page for you. Centered, it's exactly how it's supposed to be. It starts out with all of this information. It's the person's name, the name of the article, the company, okay, the date it was published, the website. It gives you all that information, okay? And it will automatically also put them in alphabetical order. So whatever the first letter is here, it has to be alphabetized, okay? So if the next one is B, starts with a B, it needs to be above this, okay? So it depends on what letter it starts with. That's how it has to be alphabetized. And so let's see if let me see if I have another one on here that I can use. Okay, so here's another one. Let's copy link URL. I'll put this one in, search for it, select. Okay, good. Add bibliography to docs. Okay, so see how it puts them in order? This one starts with D, this one starts with G, and so now they're both in there. I've got both of them there. Okay, so you can see here they are in alphabetical order. You also notice something, that this starts all the way to the left, the first line, and then the second and third line are indented. It's called a hanging indent, and that's how you provide citations. Okay, and see all of this is double spaced just like the rest of the paper. Okay, so that's what it should look like. So you're going to go ahead and take all of those links, if you did this right and you did on your research and you did use the Google Explore tool, you should have these links at the bottom of your page that you can then take those links and use those for your citations here, okay? So your full paper, again, has your name, my name, English 1, 9 October 2020. Oops, it's in the wrong font. I just noticed that says 12. Let me change it. It should be 12. It says 11. It needs to be font 12. Let's make sure it's in the right font. Okay. Font 12, Arial or Times New Roman. Your title is centered. Okay. Your paper itself is aligned to the left. Let me get that. Here's your alignment. It's aligned to the left, but I make sure I hit the tab key so that I indent my paragraphs. You should have all 5 paragraphs, and then you have your works cited page. So this should be actually at the top of the page. Let me bump it up. Sometimes it moves it down when you paste it in, or if you type things, it messes it up. So it should have works cited at the top, should have your sources here in alphabetical order. You should have your page numbers with your last name, and then you're good to go. All right, we'll go over this again in class. If you have any questions, let me know. So we'll go through it step by step, but watch this video. You have this video to go through if you need help to go through everything. Okay, all right.